Folks, Thingus is back. One last time for the year. Let's do this. So we already have a question. Lopsy asks, thank you for subscribing, Lopsy. Did you ever see that clip of Big Bird singing a Christmas song live and then he slips off the stage and just stands there with his beak flapping after they already turned off the music? We've never seen it, but we both got a chuckle from that one, so thank you. Was he okay? Like how bad? Was he just hurt bad enough to be like, oh man, like to just not even try to get back up there?
How is the mouth still moving? Was it animatronic?
Yeah, I guess it must have been controlled by somebody else. We need more information, please. Simply having a wonderful Thingus time. That's great. I'm so glad to hear it. Is everyone having fun?
I hope that everyone is having fun pretending that we don't live in a horrible dystopia where water costs $68 a gallon.
Hell world. Look, guys, I get it, right? Hell world. Size in capitalism.
Yeah, we've just been doom scrolling through the Mad Max doomscape on our doom cycles.
Yeah, from the safety of our cave, 5,000 feet up in the air, where we spend all day reminiscing about fun times past, in between doom scrolling and worrying about the future. But look, we're gonna try and put all that aside tonight. If you guys are willing to not worry about the future, if you guys are willing, just, you know, for a couple hours, to put aside all these fears about the water shortages and all this animosity about warring tribes who are fighting desperate for resources. If you're willing to put all of that aside for tonight, then we are too. Let's just have a good time, okay?
Yeah, man, we gotta be like Immortan Joe Biden and set aside all the divisiveness in the Mad Max future and come together and have one drop of water each. I'm signing a check for 800 drops of water per family.
Per year, right?
No, once. Because Donald Trump gave us 1,200, and we need to make those numbers add up, Jack. That's just a fact. That's just math, man. I'm good at math. Who said I wasn't? I can do 2 and 2. I know what number president I am. I don't have to say it. Everybody knows I'm the last president, man.
No, the last one.
The last president, Donald Trump, he's president.
He forgets what he meant by last. You'll be voting for Joe in 2024. Oh, our Joe, yes. Of course.
Yes.
We're all gonna vote for Joe next year.
What am I running for? Or I guess better yet, what am I running from?
Yeah.
All those hungry milk knot recipients.
Hey, we said we weren't going to talk about that tonight, right? You guys are going to be cool and not talk about the milk tonight.
We're not going to talk about the tragic milk shortage.
The tragic milk
that Joe died in.
Yes, that tragically is claiming lives right now. Possibly including Joe's when the mob gets him. Can we just not talk about it?
Well, I mean, we put out that I died for sympathy, but like, we're not going to address that.
We have the laziest propaganda wing ever. They're just like, yeah, Joe died. And like, everyone's gonna see you on the show tonight.
Yeah, but it manipulates stock prices. You know, nothing valuable, not milk.
Oh my God, every time Joe dies, the stock market goes crazy.
Oh my God,
because
popcorn goes like way, way down. And like we get to buy so much popcorn.
Gravel goes up though.
Yeah.
All the commodities that exist in the public trade right now. What else do we have? Fire.
The fire market.
Kindling, yes. Kindling, very expensive right now.
Yeah.
And it's cold. Not during the day. During the day, it's swelteringly hot. The time during which you must labor. But at night, brr, chilly. You really do need a little bit of kindling.
Yeah, there's no moisture in the air, so it doesn't hold any of the heat.
No, doesn't hold any of the heat, but it's very easy to light when you get it.
Yeah, it's full of milk, like... The air is just thick with milk. It's like, it's not fog, it's milk.
Yes.
It like smells bad.
Yeah, when you wake up on a milky
Which deters
day.
our enemies to a degree.
It's true. We smell so bad around here, outside. Like, it smells so bad outside that...
I mean, that's the dead bodies, not the milk.
Yeah, we line the perimeter with the piles. Well,
But
look,
the milk provides defensive cover. There's fog of war.
it's true. It's true. We really do keep ourselves safe in a lot of creative ways around here. Look, I didn't want to get into all this tonight, guys. I didn't want to talk about... what didn't I even want to talk about? Let's just forget the whole thing. Let's just have fun. Fun is allowed tonight. It's the
Yeah.
last Thingus of the year. We are nearing the completion of 2023.
And what a year it's been.
What a year it's been, folks. What's notable about 2023? Let's talk about it. What great video games did we play? Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah.
A lot of the old Disney games. The Lion King. The Little Mermaid.
Uh-huh.
Castlevania. Dragon Warrior. Did we play any new games that we haven't discussed on Thingus?
That we haven't discussed, like in 2023.
Yeah.
New games. Let's think. Oh boy. We played Super Mario Wonder. Wait,
Yeah.
we discussed that.
We did. I suppose we discussed it on the feed on the stream.
Played Pizza Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Top game of the year for sure.
Yeah,
in
you
my
think so?
book. Well,
Yeah.
well, I don't
It was
like
the
to
only
name.
game
I
of the
don't-
year for
I-
me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to rank my favorites. I like to just have like a top 5 or a top 10 of the year,
Right.
depending on how many there were. You know, there's no like, I don't think it's fair to compare all of your favorite things. You can just accumulate favorite things and list them all at the end of the year. That's a much better approach, don't you think?
Yeah, I like people always ask me what my favorites are, and immediately my mind is just blank. I don't
Yeah.
have a favorite thing. I usually like go through phases like, Joe, what's your favorite musician or something? Like it's different every few years, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why would I have a favorite musician? I've listened to thousands of musicians.
Yeah, like it'd be hard to like say what your favorite song is. There's like trillions of songs.
Yeah. I mean, and also, it doesn't matter what our favorite is because it's our favorite for really specific reasons that are specific to us. And maybe it's interesting if you find us interesting, which, you know, you probably do, right? But in general, like, what do you get out of finding out somebody's favorite other than learning a little about them? You don't find out if it's going to be your favorite.
Like, my favorites are terrible. My favorites are like this and this. Rocky and Bullwinkle and like Bart versus the Space Mutants. These games are garbage.
Let's put on one of them right now.
Which one? Bart versus the World, Bart versus the Space Mutants, Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Have you played Rocky and Bullwinkle on here?
No.
Let's do it.
That's what I think this is. Yep.
Yeah, this is it.
We got this at a yard sale.
Yeah, we got it for very cheap. It is one of the worst NES games ever made.
Sorry, THQ.
Look how fucking bad. That looked like a Mario paint drawing.
Yes.
This looks cute. The UI looks kind of cute. It's like cartoony.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
I like that they wrote it out by hand. But it looks
It's
so
literally
cheap.
done in Mario Paint. It's
Yeah.
like the same font.
It's so cheap. What happened?
I just hit right and it started over.
You hit right and the game started over. Let's see if it works this time as a game. Oh man, oh man.
All right, so terrible lead room. You see that?
What?
Lead room. When you go all the way to the right, the camera starts moving.
The room scrolls when you're like 2/3 of the way past the screen.
Yes, like in film, you have to show room for the character to move. That's called lead room.
And
there's none of that.
I mean, in video games.
Bad game design.
In video games, you need to see what's coming.
Yes, exactly. Terrible design. Gotcha. Got that bomb. Ow.
I think like if you took still frames of this, it might look kind of fun.
I mean, yeah, I'm glad to see anything that tries to make a game that looks like a cartoon.
Yeah, look at all those the variety of those like mountains and stuff, and like the hills.
It's also based on a show that had kind of like a similar shabbiness to it.
It's true. It's true. Rocky and Bullwinkle is supposed to look like shit.
Oh, I'm out of bombs. Die. All right.
Does okay, so
Need to go back for the key.
Wiz asked if we have a Thingus of the Year award.
Oh, well.
We should think of some of our favorite Thingus from this year. The
All
first
right.
year of Thingus keeping. And again, let's not rank the favorites. Let's just think of some of our Thingus, because they're all our favorites. They're all treasure.
Everything, even this game that reminded me that we got this at a yard sale, which is like an event in my life that I would have forgotten otherwise.
Yeah, but we got Rocky and Bullwinkle there for $2.
Was it really $2?
It was less than $5.
Yeah.
You used to be able to get NES games at flea markets and shit for very, very little.
Yeah.
I remember when I moved out to Portland is when I first started to notice that NES games were being resold kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Where I was like, it costs $20 to get Super Mario Brothers?
I guess so. Those are really common too.
I mean, of course, I had just moved to Portland. So I was a mark, right?
Yeah.
I was like, here I am. I just showed up in Portland and I'm 22. What do you guys got for me? I was a little older than that. But
Yeah, this is a rare Super Mario Brothers for the NES. Only 12 billion were ever
oh my
made.
God. And I definitely got it. I bought my, I missed home. I bought myself a new Nintendo system, which I think I probably paid like $30 for it. And I bought like a couple of games that, probably cost me like a total of like $25.
Okay.
It's not super cheap. And I definitely played it in my one-room apartment, sitting on my mattress, which was the only seat I had, next to like a friend who came over to play video games with me and is literally just sitting on my mattress with me.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I played an overpriced secondary market game. I feel like that's almost an adult Thingus for me,
Yeah.
right? Sitting in a way too intimate a context, playing old Nintendo games with my friend, who did not want to think it was a date. But we were sitting on my bed. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to Thingus again.
Thingus again. They keep trying to stop us, but we keep coming
dead.
back.
I lose.
Oh, I actually really like that drawing.
Yeah, this is funny.
Those are great. A good Boris and Natasha. She's just like, what do you want?
There should have been voice clips of them. That's the only thing missing from this.
You're right. Right.
The best part of game.
Oh my God. Yeah, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, I love Rocky and Bullwinkle. I don't know why the game would make me need to defend the show, but I guess I feel like I need to. Like, a game is so bad that you're like, was this shit ever good in any capacity? I love Rocky and Bullwinkle. I would never go back and watch it because I suspect that, like most cartoons, it's a waste of time. At least that's how it feels for me.
Well, I have gone back and watched Rocky and Bullwinkle, and I'll tell you that the experience of watching it is terrible. It is very similar to the experience of watching One Piece. You watch it on Hulu, and there's a billion trillion episodes and a billion trillion ads. It's so bad. It's so exhausting watching this exhausting, slow show with so many ads.
So many ads. Well, yeah, you gotta pirate it to watch it, right?
I guess so. I haven't tried that.
Oh yeah, I'm never going to watch One Piece. One Piece is like Homestuck, right? There's too much of it.
Well, maybe you could just like turn to a page and start reading.
I have the book. I know that Luffy Monkey wants to be a pirate, and that his mentor went away without him, and he's growing up now and becoming a pirate of his own, and he's forming his crew, and
he ate the secret fruit and has superpowers.
Yeah, so he has gummy body parts now.
Okay.
So I know all that, right? Nothing's changed, right? If I tuned in today to the latest episode, that's what they'd be up to, right?
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got it. I'm good. I'm sure it's great, but...
Yeah, but Rocky and Bullwinkle is like that too, right? It always has a, 3-minute long recap.
Right. Okay. Well, if that's the case, maybe I should just start watching One Piece now.
You could. It could be very much like just the people who started at the beginning. You might be having the exact same experience.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, this is just like Super Mario 2 Toad. Right?
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, he plucks.
Oh man, I love the physics on those coins.
Go.
This is so cute. What is this?
This is Wario's Woods.
Oh man, this rules. I didn't know this was a puzzle game.
Yeah. This was, I guess, a bit obscure because I've only played it once. I like how Birdo's in this game, just in the corner.
She's just like, hey, see if you can solve my puzzle.
Yeah, Birdo has a heart next to everything she says.
It's really weird that Wario's Woods would take place in the world of Super Mario 2.
Yeah, why?
Because Wario was not in that game.
Well,
Which game is Wario in?
Wario's first game was Mario Land 2. Oh, you want to play that?
Sure.
Yeah, we should play a little of that.
That's da 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 da. Yeah, I'll play a little bit of that. I haven't played that in ages.
Yeah, I could set it up.
Cool.
But who made this? Was this how
I don't know who made this. There's apparently 60 more episodes of One Piece than there are pages of Octopus Pie. Episodes, so you mean volumes of the manga? Because each of those would be 150 pages. Oh, it just says Nintendo. There are 1,000 pages of Octopus Pie. Not a lot.
One Piece has been going for...
Yeah, it's got to be tens of thousands of pages.
Yeah,
Yeah, give your One Piece commentary on mic. Yeah, I mean Homestuck is also I remember I had a roommate who was reading Homestuck from the beginning, and they would just spend hours every day reading it. And after a few days of that, I was like, how far into it are you? And they were just like, I don't think I'm very far. And after that, I was just like, there's no way I'm ever going to get into Homestuck. It just isn't going to happen in this life. Sounds great, though.
All right. So first, my comments on One Piece. What I've heard is that he's always made the comic, and like once he was too sick to make the comic, and he was like really apologetic that he like couldn't make the comic. Like
my God.
he's barely missed any updates.
Wow. So he's so that's perhaps part of the appeal of it, right?
It's quite quantity over. Well, I don't know if it's over quality.
Yeah.
I guess it was okay. I just like didn't stick with it for very long.
Yeah.
But I blame Hulu because Rocky and Bullwinkle, same shit. Now Homestuck, I've read like the first chapter, like the first part of Homestuck.
How many are there?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I had an app. I had like an app that you have to download, and it is the only way to read Homestuck in its like original format because it uses SWF files, which are no longer an in-browser thing. So now you watch it in an app that's basically like a dummy browser, which you can have tabs with, which are just like bookmarks.
Okay.
Anyway, let me set the game up. But yeah, Homestuck is pretty good. Maybe you'll read it someday.
Maybe when I'm retired.
Okay, we're looking for Mario.
After I get video games and bodybuilding out of my system, perhaps I will read Homestuck and watch every episode of One Piece.
Super Mario Land USA. Here we go.
Okay.
No.
No!
Great movie, by the way.
Great movie.
Like serious, like perfect movie.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, let's just talk about Home Alone for a couple minutes.
For a minute, yeah.
Yeah. I was already gung ho about Home Alone, but I encouraged you to watch it again.
Yeah.
So, any impressions off the top of your head?
The first time he injures them, he like shoots them in the dick.
It's
and
the
like
first thing he does. That's the first time he lays hands on them.
And Joe Pesci makes a sound like it's like I like fell over laughing at that. It was so funny.
Yeah, just from the start, he shoots them in the dick. It's so great. And then Daniel Stern sticks his head in. So like we're watching this. I should say a little context. When we were watching it with Joe, my son who's 5 was also seeing it for the first time. So I was very, very conscious of when he was scared and when the tension had been released, right? And like at the point where they're first starting to break into the house because they know Kevin's there, I could tell that when Daniel Stern got shot in the face by Kevin, like moments later, my son was okay.
Yeah.
He knew they weren't gonna get him at that point. He knew that Kevin was okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very scary. Very scary for a child to see that basement boiler opening up.
Yeah.
Oh man, he almost didn't make it through that. But it's I don't know. It's kind of incredible to experience a movie like this through the eyes of a child again, because I saw it when I was probably 6 years old.
Yeah.
And I
Did it turn you into a little Kevin?
Well, it definitely changed me. Like it stayed with me. But it was, it's a movie where you really do see the point of view of like a little child in the house and his relationship to his parents and his relationship to his older siblings.
And to like authority figures, like adults in general, like the robbers and the police, which is the robber.
Yeah, right. Right. And the people at the grocery store, like I was very upset. I remember being very upset by a few moments in particular, but the moment where Kevin accidentally shoplifts because he's afraid of the old man in the store, and he takes the toothbrush, and this old lady who was barely humoring him before he did that, at the cash register, she's like, son, you have to pay for that. And then she like calls like the young guy that works at the store, like he's like a teenager who works at the store. She's like, Jimmy, get him, shoplifter. And like Jimmy chases him through the street. And then Jimmy shouts to a cop, shoplifter. And then a very out of shape cop chases him. Like it is just like so scary. So scary that like he was, a moment ago, those adults were being nice to him, and now they're not nice to him anymore.
Yeah.
Because they misunderstand what he's going through, Jimmy's heroic head turn. I know. It's incredible. It's like a child from outside of time. He's just a classic American teenager. So great. You're right. Jimmy's head turn is underplayed, for sure.
So you've seen this movie a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change it again.
Every year, Home Alone. Sunday, Monday, Home Alone. Tuesday, Wednesday, Home Alone. How was that Home Alone? Did it have in its internal memory that we booted Home Alone last time?
Yeah. So the reason was because you have to hit A to load a new game.
Okay.
If you hit start, which is what you think you're supposed to do,
Right.
that loads the last game.
What? Why?
Because it's a stupid
It's
thing.
an official emulator. That's why. Oh no, wait. This is
No, this is an EverDrive.
Okay, this is an EverDrive, right? So I was. Mike always says this about Home Alone, that when Uncle Frank says to Kevin, "Look what you did, you little jerk." Do you think he had any right to do that, or should the parents have been like, "Fuck you, Frank. Don't talk to my kid that way"? Mike thinks that shit from Frank would not stand.
It would not stand.
Like that Kevin's father should have been like, "I'll deal with my son, okay?"
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Don't you dare yell at my son, dude. I don't care what he did.
Well, there was a lot of faces in that room looking at him.
Yeah.
So it looked like everyone was unanimously blaming him for what happened.
Yes. Maybe after. Oh man, he looks good. He looks like Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah. They added a lot of Super Nintendo things, like picking up shells and being able to spin jump.
This is. Oh. Yeah, is there spin jumping? I don't know it yet.
You can't unless you have a mushroom.
Oh, these controls are a little weird. How do I adjust the controls?
Oh, press L and R at the same time.
What's that do?
L and R.
Oh, I see.
Go to the controller, and then you can change it.
All right, we'll see if that's any better. Yeah, that's what Mama wants.
Okay. Yeah, this game looks really good. And it's got great music.
Yeah, it really does. I think about this a lot. Look what you did, you little jerk. Frank. Frank's such a pain in the ass, man. Whoop. Yeah, this great little bass line. Lovely. This song goes, It's got,
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Game Boy sounded really good.
Yeah.
Game Boy had capability.
Kevin, you're what the French call les incompetents. Look, a different Starman music.
Yeah. Because this was the same studio that did the other Mario Land game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the one that was headed by Gunpei Yokoi,
Okay.
Like, there was that team, and then there was the console team that was like Mario 1 and Mario 3. Or yeah, I think Mario 1, 2, and 3 were all the same team. But this game was like the Game Boy team. I'm not sure what console games they did.
Nice. Oh, this is fun.
Metroid, I think.
Powers are fun. Fun little Mario fantasy for me to enjoy.
Yeah, this was a top Game Boy game, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I remember vividly our parents like kind of arguing with other parents who are like, yeah, the kids want this game, Super Mario 6. It's not Super Mario 6. It's Super Mario 6 Golden Coin. No, Super Mario 6. Like, dude, if there were 6 Mario games, wouldn't you know about it? Oh, sucks.
You could walk away.
Oh, whoops, too late.
Well, you know, this is a sequel, and it's, you know, perhaps better than the original.
Uh-huh.
But that's only for video games, not for movies.
Right.
Like, if we were talking about Home Alone 2, it's not an improvement.
No, Home Alone is a step down to the max.
To
Yeah.
the max.
Awful movie. Well, we did talk about this last week, but it bears repeating.
Can I have the bong?
What? Oh, sorry, I almost knocked it over. God, I'm such a spaz. I think it's full. I haven't even smoked it yet.
Thanks.
Tree Zone. So cute. Just more fun. They got drills on their noses. Ah. Cute. Cute little guys everywhere. Every which way. Uh-oh. How do I fight you? I'm not going to. Oopsie. Oh my god. There's a lot of monsters here. I like the bell.
Go to New Jersey. Go to New Jersey.
Go to New
Because
Jersey.
they
Fun is
legalize
legal.
fun. Fun allowed. Look for guy with gun. Guy with a gun. Guy with a gun.
Guy with the gun. He will tell you it's fun. So look for the guy with the gun. Cha cha cha.
It is the guy, the one. It is the one with the guy with the gun. Go to New Jersey, cause you can't get that shit here.
Go to New Jersey, find the guy with the gun. Guy with the gun. Maze, you're having some fun. Go find the guy with gun. Cha
Fun
cha cha.
allowed. They legalized fun. Go to New Jersey now. Look for the one with the guy with the gun. Not that CBD whatever. That's not a dispensary.
No.
Not for fun.
If it said-
Recreation.
if it-
Another word for fun.
Hemp run.
Gun
Fun.
fun. But yeah, I was saying, this is a good sequel, and it really looks like better than what you thought the Game Boy could handle.
Oh yeah, it's very impressive. Wanna play?
Yeah, I'll play.
Yeah, THC stands for fun. ETHC. Look no further.
Wait, no, THC is one of the bad
Oh,
ones.
right, because THC could mean technically THC from Delta 8.
Which you can get everywhere. You can get at like some gas stations have that.
Yeah, you can get Delta 8 at Wawa.
Can you?
No. but it's not much more than that.
It's pretty common. You don't have to drive to New Jersey for that. And if there's no guy with the gun, then it's just not weed. They have
they have no assets to protect. Everything in their store is worthless.
They have weed, but it's like really Crundus weed. It's like low quality weed covered in Crundus.
It's like Rocky and Bullwinkle weed.
Like you'll smoke it, obviously, but there's like all these horrible like ads, or in this case, seeds.
Yeah.
And stems.
Yeah. You'll smoke it because June Foray is on the cover.
Yes.
You're like, oh, her. And you buy the shitty Delta 8 with June Foray on the cover.
Well, I was watching this like old news story about how like they would tell people they did the voice of the cartoon, and people would like freak out because they remember it from childhood.
Oh.
Which people do with me now. They're like, something happens when they find out I'm the guy.
The guy that did the voice?
Yeah, the guy that did the voice that is like stuck in your head.
For the rest of your... Ah!
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
Damn.
Everyone in the chat is really getting into it over whether John Hughes is a good director or not.
What do you think? I don't know if I know his movies.
I'm a 90s kid. I didn't watch that shit. I've seen The Breakfast Club. I mean, I was watching a little bit of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles the other day, and that was really funny. I think he's got a good stable of actors. He did a bunch of movies I don't care about, but all had like the same actors. Like there's another movie with John Candy and Macaulay Culkin in it before Home Alone. I don't know what it's called. I imagine it's not worth checking out because I never have. The Breakfast Club, I've seen it, but it just didn't really have any impact on me. It was kind of an academic exercise.
Yeah.
John Hughes clearly hates the poor. There's no getting around that one. He has nothing but contempt for the poor sots of the world. However, shitty politics aside, yeah, I think he knows how to get to the heart of what really touches people, and he's a director of note for that reason. There you go. That's
yeah, like you can make a perfect film and then not ever do it again. Like Home Alone is perfect in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't revisit any others of his.
But like, yeah, like sometimes it's just like lightning. It doesn't strike over and over.
What's the line for whether you're a 90s kid or not? Your sexuality didn't form in the 80s. you started thinking about being a teenager in the 90s. Like literally the only thing that being a 90s kid defines for me is like what I had an emotional reaction to. What hit me, as Joe would say, a direct hit.
Yeah.
And Home Alone, obviously. And, a few of those Disney animated movies from the early 90s. And a bunch of video games that we play on this channel a lot. So, like, all of the things that are significant to me.
Yeah, like they came out just in time for you.
Just in time for me. No! I was hoping you would just do that as long as possible.
Yeah, what's this composer's name again?
No, born in 1998 is not a 90s kid. What? This composer? I don't remember. I was born in 84, so I barely remember the 80s. This is not interesting.
What, the 80s?
No, whether you're a 90s kid or not.
Oh,
I guess there was a long span where people were like proudly identifying as that so that they could be properly sold their nostalgia back to them. right? Like the idea of like being part of a generation is just like so that somebody can like repackage all your old shit and sell like, you know, a t-shirt that has every Nicktoons on it. Right?
Yeah. Something like that.
Like Spencer's Gifts invented the phrase 90s kid.
Yeah. It's to sell you nostalgia. Cause like Invader Zim was like canceled, and then like years later it started being like a thing.
Oh,
that's Hot Topic.
What a great example of pretending I thought it was good.
Pretending I thought it was good.
Yeah, pretending. What's a nice snappy phrase for this? Like when you didn't like something in its time and now you're pretending that you did. And it also applies to like whether your politics were any good. Like pretending that you would have like, you know, resisted the Nazis, like and not just ratted out your neighbors immediately the first chance you got. Yeah, those people who would have ratted out their neighbors to the Nazis, and the people who were buying Invader Zim stuff 3 years after it was canceled, basically the same.
I mean, you know, like the kind of person who knows about Invader Zim from Hot Topic. Mm-hmm. It's like,
oh yeah, knows about the Nightmare Before Christmas from Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basically as bad as Nazi sympathizers. Oh man, look at this little fucker. He's so cute. You have to think I'm good. Well, yeah. We've already established you have to think it's good. Or you have to think I'm good. I see what you're saying. Right. Like by rewriting the past and what you were interested in then and what your loyalties were then, you're forcing everybody to think that you're good.
Yeah. You have to think I was good.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's true. You're erasing history. You're basically a propagandist for yourself.
Yeah.
You got one of the golden coins. That was quick. Nice. It was a mushroom coin. Great music. Malls are not a place for teenagers any longer.
Oh my god, the mall is toast.
Yeah. They don't let... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah, that's interesting to talk about.
They don't let kids just hang out at the mall anymore.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of kids got in trouble for just like loitering at the Fashion District, which is a mall in downtown Philly that is absolutely fucking deserted on a good day.
Yeah.
And they don't even let teens hang out there. There was a whole story about how a cop was chasing a bunch of them and they were running away and he fell and hurt his leg.
Great.
And they were like, no more teenagers at this mall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe just no more cops with legs. Like, have a cop that's like on wheels and give him a laser.
Yeah, that's right. This all could have been avoided.
If you'd cared about the cop.
Exactly. If you'd cared. But no, instead, teens are banned. They're not allowed to hang out anywhere.
That sucks.
Where are teens allowed to hang out?
The library.
Alone, maybe, but if like 4 teens show up to the library, someone's gonna call the cops.
Yeah, true.
Where are teens supposed to like hang out with their friends? And do nothing.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts. Now it's not even called that. It's just Dunkin' or DD.
Yeah.
They're taking that away from the teens too. Like, a parent is like, where are you going? DD. What's that? DD. You know, DD. And the mom thinks that the kid is being an asshole to her because they're not saying the whole name. You mean Dunkin' Donuts? Just say that. Why are you being like this? The mom's having a crisis that her child is pulling away from her.
And the child is thinking, man, I just want to steal some of Dunkin' Donuts' Wi-Fi and not pay for anything and not even like call it by its name. What am I, an advertiser? Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm just gonna go there and me and my friends are all going to pool our money to get one drink and we're gonna refill it for 3 hours. They don't let you do that anymore. When I was still teaching in New York, I would go sometimes to the Chipotle on 14th Street.
Yeah.
And one week I went in and there were huge signs everywhere saying like no drinks, no drinks from the tap machine, something, no refills from the fountain or whatever. And then like while I was there, I saw some teens come in and some guy came around and yelled at them to leave. Like they were trying to bring their own cups in and get their own drinks. And Chipotle was ruining what sounds pretty fun to me. Fun not allowed at Chipotle. Like, what is there for teens to do if they can't go into Chipotle with their own cup? There's nowhere left for them. Yeah, all public spaces are private. There's nowhere to go. I mean, the mall is like a private space, but you don't have to pay to go there. And most of the mall is free. Right? Like the hallway, the benches, the escalators, the elevators, the corridors, all free.
Uh-huh.
And looking at shit is free.
Yeah.
And buying one chicken nuggets for everybody to share at the mall is free. At the food court is free.
Yeah.
Or just not even doing that. Just walking around to all the free samples and getting one of everything.
Yeah.
That's free. It was. They don't do free samples at the mall anymore.
No, I was gonna ask, like, remember the Zeppelin? It's gone.
Oh yeah, at Roosevelt Field?
Yeah.
It's gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
Why did they take it out?
Well, they replaced it with like a different looking food court.
Like one that looks like you have everywhere, like at the airport.
Yeah.
All the food at food courts is like TikTok shit now. Like I went to a food court at a shitty mall and they had the only like vegan thing they had there was a place that deep fries hot dogs and they'll put like cereal pieces and shit on your hot dog. And they'll put like cinnamon and marshmallows on your hot dog. And there's like all kinds of pictures about it in viral TikTok videos, like pasted all over the wall there. And the hot dog costs like, all told, I think it was like $8 a hot dog. Absolutely repulsive. This guy is adorable. Still a space monkey.
Yeah, this is actually the bad guy from the first game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's him again.
Ah, but he's just enemy number 2.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Well, I feel like I've gone on a little too long about how malls have died and with them taken the last public space for young people.
It was depressing anyway, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah. It was already pretty fucking dystopian to be hanging out at a shitty mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that funny how you just reminisce about the shit that they gave you?
Well, I feel like when we went, there was still some fun at the mall, but it was in decline.
Oh, yeah.
While we were going to malls.
Definitely.
Like, I feel like, you know, the 80s, the thing that we don't remember, that was when the mall was the best, right?
Absolutely, yeah. That's when the mall was the best. That's when gym culture was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just watching Pumping Iron 2, The Women. That is definitely a loved that experience movie of the year for me. Real fun. Women in a bodybuilding competition in 1984. Just good shit. If you can track that one down. Buying Beanie Babies at Rainforest Cafe. Could you buy Beanie Babies there? That sounds like a merged memory. I don't think you could buy Beanie Babies at Rainforest Cafe. But those two things kind of happened around the same time.
Yeah, like they probably had some like gift shop where you could buy stuffed toys, right?
You could buy the animals from the rainforest, yeah. The death of the mall feels like it could be a story told through the perspective of Mara. Well, yeah, I mean, Mara has nothing to do, like literally nothing, but it's like just engaging with nature. It's a thing that we didn't have. Like, we didn't actually have a way of like walking out our door and engaging with the natural world. Like, that's a fantasy, to have nothing to do in a beautiful place.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do in, let's see, when we walked out our door, across the street was a factory that made airplane parts. Across the other street was the railroad tracks and a train station. Across the other street was a parking lot for the train station. And across the 4th Street, there was another house. But, yeah, pretty typical shit, right? We did live not far from a Nabisco factory, though. Have we ever talked about the Nabisco factory on the stream?
No, we haven't. We lived next to a Nabisco factory, and it smelled sweet in our town, but we didn't realize it, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it didn't really smell like cookies or anything to us.
Yeah, well, that's just like what I was told. Like in school, that it said that our town smells sweet, and it's because of the factories.
That seems fake. Because I mean, it never smelled sweet to me.
Well, that they also said that we don't notice it because it's just always there.
Well, that would be very perfect tidesy. That would be a very paradise like you don't realize you live in a paradise. I don't think that's true though. I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I've never gone back to our hometown and suddenly smelled sweet cookies.
Well, they don't make Nabisco anymore in our town.
The Nabisco factory is gone, but there was a summer where on the weekends there'd be nobody in the factory. So there was a summer where the gates were not locked, or they were not locked very tightly, because we could get our bikes in there and ride around in the parking lot on weekends. So us and a couple of other kids in the neighborhood would be in the Nabisco parking lot, just like riding our bikes in big circles. It's a huge parking lot, at least, big for us, and not have to worry about traffic coming through. And at some point, I really wish I knew how this started. There was probably like some boxes like sitting outside of the dumpster. Somebody looked in the dumpster and found boxes upon boxes, hundreds of boxes of cookies. Sealed boxes in the dumpster. And they had been trashed because their expiration date was either like right now or too soon to ship out, right? They were not very expired. They were definitely edibly unexpired. I mean, needless to say, even if they were a little expired, we were going to eat that shit. So we ate some of those cookies, and maybe even took a couple boxes home. And this continued for another weekend. We went back there and we loaded up on some Nutter Butters. There was a summer where we filled our basement with Nutter Butters. I don't think Mom and Dad felt great about the whole thing, but they also thought it was pretty awesome to get all those cookies for free. Like, they didn't stop us from getting them. And there came a day when we showed up at the factory on the weekend, on Saturday morning or whatever, and there were some big kids there, and they had found the dumpster, and we didn't approach, or they scared us away. They were not going to share them with us. They fucking cleaned it out, and it was a while before they threw away enough cookies for us to then get back into that dumpster and take more. But at that point, another little kid in the neighborhood, she and her brother had found out about the dumpsters too. And they came over and they took some cookies. Shortly after that, their dumbass dad called up the factory and asked if there were any pesticides sprayed on all those cookies that all those children were taking out of the dumpster. And the factory said, the man who answered the phone was like, well, I don't know whatever the hell you've heard about kids taking things out of the dumpster, but that's not going to happen anymore. And sure enough, they locked up the dumpster and nobody ever got any cookies after that. It was just that one golden period over that one summer where we ate free cookies out of the garbage can.
Yeah, like fudge striped cookies.
Fudge striped?
Yeah.
Oreos? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Fig Newtons, obviously, right? Fig Newtons. Maybe not our favorite cookie, but free. Oh, what a glorious day that was. I'd never had so much agency in my life.
Yeah, fun was allowed.
Fun very briefly was allowed.
That's how it always is, isn't it? Like with Napster, fun was allowed until iTunes replaced it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fun outlawed.
Yep, unoutlawed. Well, yeah. What are other instances in which fun briefly was allowed? Sound off in the chat.
Shoutcast TV.
What's
It was like Winamp,
oh, right.
the
You've talked about
MP3 program.
So that's like an old streaming platform, right?
Yeah, it's been gone for like probably 10 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably been gone since like 2010. But like it was like a thing where there's just like it was like Shoutcast TV, what's this? It's just like, oh, it's another one of those like random just like list of radio stations from wherever. But this was just like, oh, it's like a nonstop marathon of The Simpsons. There's a nonstop marathon of Daria. There's like a nonstop marathon of like, oh my God, what else did I watch? Because I remember those two the most vividly. I would like keep them on while I was asleep.
I mean, that's fun for free.
It was fun for free. That's how I saw every episode of those shows.
Yes. Even just a few years ago, there was this software that this website, I'm already forgetting the name, but they would provide you with free streaming basic cable. Like the stuff you would get if you had an antenna on your TV.
Uh-huh.
They just provided that for free, which meant that you could watch the Oscars and you could watch the Super Bowl for free, as you should be able to, right?
Yeah.
And I used it for like 2 years, and then I got an email one day saying, well, the cable companies have won the lawsuit and we're shutting down immediately.
Fun briefly allowed.
Fun briefly allowed.
I just remember another one. Rabbit. It was a thing that let you watch things with people.
Oh,
It
like
was a
Netflix
cool
and
thing.
stuff?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, shared Netflix was definitely fun briefly allowed.
That's like where I think streaming should go. You should be able to join a friend and watch with them if they're watching something.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not fun allowed.
No.
And it will only be maybe little by little stuff like that will appear.
Fun is never allowed for long because fun can't be free.
Well, Netflix was fun allowed for not for long.
Yeah.
I feel like streaming on Netflix was like, well, they have all the best shows here. They have like Seinfeld and shit.
Right. You're right. Netflix was way more fun allowed back when it started streaming, when it wasn't just like DVDs.
Yeah, like before when it was just DVDs, I didn't have Netflix. But what I wanted was the streaming. So like it had shows that you didn't need to have TV to watch.
Right.
Or the DVDs. Like I didn't feel like buying those big Seinfeld boxes.
Yes. Lopsy says fun was allowed when Adobe Flash Player existed. Absolutely.
Oh my god, you could take over people's computers with that. Fun, briefly allowed.
Briefly allowed. You could be a high school student and make a Flash game where you kill then sink.
Yes. Fun, briefly allowed.
Fun briefly allowed. No longer. Yeah, what's another thing we're fun? Remember when McDonald's had play places in them?
They had N64s sometimes.
Yeah. Fun briefly allowed. Of course, you had to eat it at McDonald's. So.
All right. Even like with more recently with like AI art, you could at one point make Hitler Shrek, but now you can't.
Really?
You can't make Hitler anything anymore.
You're not allowed to make any image with Hitler?
You can't combine Hitler with anything. Although
Why?
you could write out a really long, detailed description of Hitler, and it might work.
Why are they removing Hitler from the culture?
Because people will like make images of Hitler with them.
Yeah, to skewer him, to make fun of him. Why does anybody use Hitler's image?
I don't know, to make him look cool.
Okay, well then they're gonna find a picture of Hitler and print it out and use it for their thing where they're trying to make him look cool.
Yeah.
Everyone else is gonna be making fun of him.
Well, yeah, like the way AI art is like controlled is like fun not allowed.
Yeah, I can see that.
But you know, people will definitely make horrible images.
Yeah, horrible images. The Mona Lisa continued.
Yes, Mona Lisa, what's next to her?
Yeah.
But that's just like how things have been going.
Oh yeah,
When it comes to like media, like it's like something from the past but continued.
Well, it's true. Like even before AI, like the idea of like Mona Lisa, we're gonna tell the rest of her story. Like that shit was already starting to happen, right? Like people who don't have like a single fucking thing to say, just being like, let's look at more of it. Because the original thing only gave us limited amounts of information. The amount of information we needed to appreciate it. We want more than that. That was already happening for quite a while. Do you know what I saw the other day? Also walking near the Fashion District, that mall in downtown Philly. I saw a picture of the girl with the pearl earring on a giant glowing billboard, and then the Coke logo appeared below her, and she came alive out of the picture and reached down and grabbed a can of Coke and drank it and went, ah, and like looked at you and winked.
No. She winks.
That is exactly what I saw. I was walking with my family, minding my own business. This was at least 5 feet high. This image was printed.
Horrible.
I just saw Wonka today.
Yeah.
They're trying to expand the story of Wonka.
Yeah.
They're not doing very well. But they want to know where he got that phrase, "I said good day, sir." They want to know the origin of that phrase. Did you know that he wasn't even the first one to say that? Interesting bit of lore, isn't it?
Is that the premise of the movie?
No, but it is part of it. No, people aren't mad about Wonka. I mean, I don't know. I haven't noticed them being mad. I think they think it's pretty good. Just don't listen to them. Into the Wonka verse. Yeah. By the second movie, it's going to be like Wonka versus what's the other guy? Sluglord. It's Slugworth, his competitor.
Okay.
And the second one, like Timothy Chalamet's face is gonna be all like covered in blood and dirt, and he's gonna be like, "This is a war." Yeah, Hugh is an Oompa Loompa. He's cute. He's cute, but they didn't really give him very much. He's in like a couple of scenes. I love this music. Great little basement ditty. Yeah, it was like Wonka Begins. It was his origin. Yeah, it kind of sucked. What can I say? Everything kind of sucks.
That's just not interesting because, well, I haven't seen it, but I know, like, I haven't seen the Han Solo movie either, but I know that it's not interesting to see the backstory when it's just like, this character was part of a story. Like, are we going to see the story of, like, Grandpa Joe? Like, no, it's not. There's no chocolate in that story.
Well, yeah, he's going to be in the sequel as a young man working in Wonka's factory. I don't know if they're making this movie, but that's what it would be, because Grandpa Joe worked in the factory. That's part of the story, right?
Oh, I have no idea.
I believe it is. But like that would suck. I really hope they don't make more of these movies. That would really suck.
Yeah,
but
that sounds bad.
But yeah, exactly. Like what we're interested in is not how Wonka came to power. It's like, who is this mysterious man? From Charlie's point of view.
Right.
Because Charlie is the inheritor of the Wonka fortune.
Right. You're brought into his world from the point of the poorest boy in the bunch.
Yes. Yes.
Like, everything impresses Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Don't people get that? That you can't just isolate every character that you own and make it into its own movie. Like they made a movie about Cruella.
Yeah. No one asked. No one asked. Like she's literally Hitler. Like Cruella wants to skin the puppies and wear their skin. She's a serial killer. Like,
yeah.
Let's learn more about her.
No.
She sounds interesting.
We didn't need it because she's just part of that story. Mm-hmm. She's not a story by herself.
No. The Johnny Depp. No, I love the Johnny Depp one. I think it's really funny, actually.
I can't stomach that movie.
No, have you seen all of it?
Yes, I've seen it twice. I hate it.
Okay, well, all right. I will defend it. And say that, like, it is really not part of what I'm railing on right now, which is an expansion of the world of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That movie does nothing except recreate the story, like the Tim Burton one.
Yeah.
They don't attempt to expand the lore of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory universe.
They have his dad be like a dentist.
Oh, really? I forgot about that. No, his family's poor, right?
No, Wonka's dad.
Oh, right. Because he's missing his father. Like they went for a very like Michael Jackson approach. Like he's a very wounded, damaged man.
Michael Jackson approach.
For sure. Like that's what I think. That's what Johnny Depp is trying to create.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, that was the name on it. That was the crazy person in everyone's thoughts at the time.
Yeah.
The
I
unhinged,
guess so.
the unhinged famous person.
Yeah. Oh God, creepy.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, I would then defend our song.
This is the alternate chibi song.
Yep. And there's a little of the new game in it that's cute. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but anyway, I'm sick of this shit. Here are the trailers I saw before the Wonka movie. Inside Out 2. Kung Fu Panda 4. A new Kong x Godzilla movie. Not even the first Kong x Godzilla movie. I'm forgetting, but there was at least one more movie, and it was also a sequel to something else.
Yeah.
Like, they are all just dredging from the bottom of the well at this point.
Yeah.
There's no more. There's no more,
more.
folks. Movies are done, folks.
Well, I think bigger is not better. I think the studios need to contract to stay alive. Like, you know how Pixar occasionally, maybe accidentally, makes a really good short? And then it's like, compared to all the other things they've made, it's like, well, this really stands out. It feels like that has to happen, you know, like more like 20 minutes long, 10 minutes long.
Yeah. Well, wasn't the director of Turning Red first a shorts director?
Yeah, that's right. There's that one short with the mom and the baby.
Yeah, where she makes a little bow. Yeah. And that gave them the confidence that she could direct. And she made their first good movie in years. And last. Yes. Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, the trajectory is still down.
Yeah.
You know, like back in the day, they allowed one person and their vision to take over.
To have fun.
To have fun.
Right.
And like, like, you know, John Lasseter, he would often meddle with those people. That's why he's usually a Thingus villain, because he would take away a movie and like that person was really attached to that movie. Like Jan Pinkava, who made Ratatouille.
Right. He got kicked off his movie.
Yeah.
And they put
replaced
Brad
with
Bird on.
Brad Bird.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, Inside, yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. So the trailer for the new Inside Out movie. I've never seen the first one, but I've heard enough. I get it. And in the new movie, the girl gets older, and they're, you know, all the emotions are hanging out at the control console. And suddenly there's like a rumbling of activity, and like some construction guys come in and like change the place up. And then when the dust clears, there's a new emotion called anxiety.
Yeah.
At which point the audience is supposed to be excited. Like, oh, anxiety, I've heard of that. Oh, That's what my daughter says is the reason she can't do anything, right? Like, it's gotten to the point where it's already a joke. It's already, like, that doesn't mean anything anymore. Anxiety. It's a catch-all. Perhaps because we all have it. Saying that you have anxiety is like saying that the sky is blue. Or maybe it just feels like kind of memeified, or like I've read too many instructional comics about anxiety.
Yeah.
And the word just seems like it doesn't describe anything. It describes a person who is worried about how they're perceived. Which there's almost nobody that doesn't describe. Mario's little bunny ears are so cute.
So I saw the first movie
Okay.
and I thought it would be like better than this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like I felt like they used a lot of cheap stereotypes for like parents and children. It was like kind of upsetting to see that, and like all the characters were kind of stressful. Like they're ugly designs, I think. Like they have like cool skin, the emotion things, but
Right. They
other
have
than that,
interesting
I
textures.
hate their designs. I think that they're not. It's not fun to watch them for that long.
Uh-huh.
That movie is, it's not their worst, but like I don't know. I thought it would go a little bit deeper.
Yeah, it's a shallow interpretation of a girl's emotions.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously they won't express horniness in this Pixar movie. They only do that in Turning Red. No, anger or anxiety. I saw a couple others that flashed on the screen. Jealousy. There are like a few that seemed like repetitive. This witch is great.
Yeah. Got her.
So, do we want to talk about the year in review and make predictions for the next year?
Sure. So let's see. What do we remember from this year?
Well, okay. What do we think is over after this year? Like
Over?
What is no longer allowed, in fun or otherwise, in 2024?
Well, Netflix is totally over. Hulu, as I talked about before, is way over.
Okay, so streaming is over. Being left in 2023.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because this was the year of like massive strikes over the shitty streaming contracts and how they were going to try and like fire everybody and replace them with AI, and like ultimately they got what they bargained for, but they probably choked a lot of people out of the industry on their way, and the industry did shrink, right? I mean, the video game industry shrank.
This year?
Yeah, majorly. Thousands of jobs lost.
Oh, right.
Massive studio closures. So, are the AAA games that we saw this year over?
Like what?
Like the kind of massive world, hundreds of hours of gameplay, Baldur's Gate 3, or I don't know, that shit Bethesda made, Starfield.
So the last GTA game was 10 years ago. So we need to see what GTA is in this era. And that'll be like the back cover of this big book of this era of games.
Yeah, you may be right, but we're not going to find that out till 2025.
Okay, but still, like, That's going to be the biggest GTA map, and it'll be like Elden Ring, right?
It'll be just as big as some of the biggest games of the last couple of years.
I would guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that we have to look forward to in 2025.
That's fine. Take your time.
Take your time, guys. It'll be the first one that I play.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna get it?
I think so. It's gonna be an event. It's gonna be a big event.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to play it. And yeah, it's one of those games you have to play, not just watch.
Right.
Fun allowed,
Fun,
except
allowed.
the cops stop you, but still allowed to kill and have
briefly
fun.
allowed.
Yeah, fun briefly allowed.
Before you die.
Oh my God, GTA is the perfect metaphor
Yep.
for like Napster or you know, the incredible universe. Fun briefly allowed.
All right, Gabby says crypto is over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, I think so. I think FTX was kind of the end of it. I don't think people are ever going to have that much confidence in it again.
Yeah, I think crypto is actually more useful as it's less valuable.
You mean just for people who want to like buy drugs and children on the black market of the internet?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's where it shall stay then, because that's what it was until like last year. And yeah, I think this was the end because all the money just drained out of it. What else is over this year? Do we think Twitter's over?
Oh yeah.
It's gone for good, right? Like people are still gonna loiter there for a while, but it's basically abandoned, right?
I don't think it's abandoned. I just think that it's not fun anymore. Fun is not allowed.
No.
It's stupid. It's like, I don't know. Didn't you say once it's like similar to SA and what happened?
Oh, well, I mean, if you're using SA as an example of your typical forum community, then yes. A forum goes through these phases where like there are phases where, you know, it's just like some little community, and then it starts to gain popularity, and the quality of the posts are really, really good in that time because a lot of like talented people have found it. And during that time, a lot of people form meaningful relationships with each other and you know, see a lot of significance in the place and start to talk about the place as a thing, as a moment. And then it gets more and more popular, and eventually the newbies are just so much more prominent than they used to be. Like newbies showing up every day saying something stupid and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and it's impossible to even like guide all of them without being hostile to them. So a certain subset of the forum community just becomes hostile to newbies, which drives a lot of them away, and drives away a lot of the people who don't want to just like, you know, be hanging out pissed off about the newcomers all the time. And then, you know, people start to clear out, and only the newbies and the embarrassing old people who all they do there is complain about how the community sucks now. Like, does this sound like anything you might have seen on Twitter? People just complaining about how much the website sucks every day.
Yeah.
Them and people who like don't care whether the website sucks or not. It hasn't even occurred to them. They've all got the little check mark. I mean, Twitter is especially like unbearable because of like the check mark shit.
Yeah. Those are the newbies, those people.
Oh yeah, the people who are like paying for their little check mark and they get their opinions floated to the top of the screen. And you just have to like, in order to use Twitter now, you have to scroll past all of the check marks to get to like a real opinion.
Yeah. People who no one would ever impersonate.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. it's done. I think, you know, people are still hanging on, but they're in that complaining about how it sucks now phase.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll continue to exist, but it'll be like a skeleton crew running that thing after a while. I mean, do you think Elon Musk will just shut it down one day, or do you think it'll just keep going, or he'll sell it to somebody?
I don't know. I mean, I think like no one's going to buy it for as much as he bought it for. So like,
He may as well either hold on to it or shut it down as punishment to all the people who don't like him.
yeah, I guess that's what he's doing.
Maybe. Well, he's definitely ruining it as punishment against his
Yeah.
enemies. His enemies who's told him he sucked. Who called him Elmo.
Called him Elmo.
I mean, you know, the things that people call Elon Musk, where they're like, they're on Blue Sky, they're like, the muskrat is at it again.
Yeah. The faded Trump sticker on his car guy. The guy who doesn't like Trump has a picture of him on his car. It's like faded from the sun and his wife cheats on him. Or like his wife wants to cheat on him and she's desperate. Like something like that. What was it again?
Wait, had we worked this guy out?
We've talked about this before. This is a kind of guy, right?
Oh yeah. Oh well, yeah. No, he is. He is probably a pretty cucked man. Yes. He has a Trump sticker that's like, it's like a picture of Trump shouting, but like in the middle of his mouth is like the words "Stop this madness," you know, something like that, or reject Trump, or like switch off Trump, but it's a picture of Trump on his car.
Or it's like a picture of Trump in jail, and it's like got like rainbows all over it, and it's like, this triggers conservatives.
Right. This guy is now on. Yeah, all those stickers
Blue
rapidly.
Sky.
Yeah, those stickers rapidly bleaching in the sun. He's on Blue Sky, typing out with his phone, because you can't even get to that on the browser. So he's not using a keyboard. He's just on his phone typing out, "The muskrat is at it again."
Between the muskrat, having to sleep in my car last night, and the sunbeam that keeps waking me up, I don't have any fucking patience. I am going to have a drink behind the wheel with, of course, the car off.
Right, because I'm sleeping here tonight
Yes.
in my car.
This is how much I need this drink. The muskrat is at it again, removing features like DMs.
Not that I'm on Twitter anymore. Not that I ever DM'd anybody. Not that I ever just spent all my time on Twitter replying to girls.
Sending foot DMs.
Yeah, well, like a girl says something like a very like ain't I cute kind of tweet, and he just replies, "Kristen."
Why?
Because he wants to fuck her,
Yeah.
and he's acting like they're friends.
Oh, I see.
Fintech companies? What is that again? Is that like the financial shit? Is Blue Sky good or bad? Some artists say it's good, but then I hear others say it's like resist libs ran Twitter. Okay, I'll give you my assessment. I decided pretty early on with Blue Sky. I don't really post there much, but I check it. I check it because some of my friends are posting. And I decided right away that if I followed anybody who tried that shit, like if I followed anyone who put a why it's important to vote next year adjacent tweet in my timeline, whether it was them or someone they retweeted or replied to, gone. not happening anymore. I'm not
No.
doing those people. So they're out. Like
They're over.
those people are definitely over. They're talking to each other and nobody else, right? The fact that somebody broke it down like that, like the resist libs run Twitter. Yes, it's true. They are very influential there so far. Oh, so cute, the whale.
Yeah.
They have been very influential, but on the other hand, I never see them because Blue Sky doesn't push anybody you don't follow on you. And that's like a very good feature. So all I follow are my old friends from comics, pretty much, like people I used to follow, and like a couple of new ones, but not really. I mostly just follow like my old buddies, and I get to hear what they're up to. And it's nice because they're the only ones talking in my feed. So it's not like I'm like searching for what my buddies are up to while reading a bunch of shit I didn't want to read. It's just nice and isolated. It's intimate. It's like a timeline you can keep up with.
Okay, yeah. It's kind of like they made a cutting of the original Twitter. Like the original Twitter is like this giant oak
They made a
that's like nuclear waste was poured onto it, and like they had a branch that was healthy, and they like, you know, it's still got a little waste on it probably. So in a few years it'll get really big and really poisoned.
It was
But
home tree and they blew it up.
home tree, like
It's the land where the Na'vi live, like the tree where the Na'vi live. And then
Yeah.
the Earthlings come in and they blow up home tree.
wow.
So yeah, they found a little cutting of that, and they spliced it onto they fused it to another plant, and so far it's a little green, it's a little flimsy. They need to care for it,
Yeah.
and some of those annoying little aphids that were on it last time are still on it. But then there are also ants farming those aphids, so that partially takes care of the problem.
Man, ants are so cool.
They're so cool. Farming.
Ants rule this planet.
Yeah, so we think so, right?
Well, I mean, who rules the earth? Like fish, or is it humans, or is it grass? I think it's ants. It could be aliens too, but I think it's ants.
I mean-
I think aliens would want to meet the ants if they came here.
Right. They'd be like, who's in charge here? And it would be the ants. They would be like, obviously, the ants are the most cooperative society we have found on this planet.
Yes, and they're able to conquer every, like, pretty much every environment, right? Like they can
They
can
live
live
everywhere, right? Yeah, they
Yeah.
live everywhere. They live in the desert, they live in the rainforest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't live in the water, but they live on land.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, then the question is, are ants more powerful than fish? So fish, I mean, we've killed a lot of the fish. So I don't know if fish rule like they used to.
Yeah, maybe not fish. Although, what about whales? Like, how intelligent are whales? Could they be running things from the ocean?
No, because they're dying. If whales had a handle on things, they wouldn't be dying. They're being taken out by us. I think we're kind of killing the ocean. So it's really the ants who we can't seem to stop.
No, although ants also have issues. I don't know if you've ever seen ants in like a death spiral.
No.
I've seen ants like just like they're like they just like it's like colony collapse but for ants.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I've seen like just like a huge like clump of ants on the street once. It was like, what's with these ants? They're all just like running in a circle. And like if they don't break out of that circle, they'll die.
Really?
Yeah.
So like something happened that created mass confusion?
I don't know. I'm not sure how it got like that, but ants follow each other. So if they get like that, then they get in like an eternal loop.
Oh my god. The programming fails.
Like ants are not intelligent really, but I
They're
feel
like
like
automatons, right?
I guess. Well, they have good sense of smell. They use their feelers to communicate stuff with like smells, I think.
Uh-huh.
You know, they like tell another ant where there's food by
Right.
like leaving a scent trail.
Right. Mm. They're so smart.
But like, yeah, ants like go to war. They like go to war against anything. Like driver ants are like the most like
Warlike ant.
yeah, like there's like really like tremendous ant societies that just like build like tremendous numbers of ants and like decimate.
Millions?
Yeah, like millions of ants like taking over like entire villages. And
Wow.
like
Just
going
absorbing
up,
it?
yeah, like going up a tree and just like eating everything on the tree.
Oh my god.
Like if there was a bird's nest, then it was toast.
Oh my god. Well, they can, they can destroy a house. That's why you can't, like, let them be in your house. Sorry, guys. Can't come in my house.
No, I mean, if you spent every day of your life killing ants, you would do nothing to their numbers.
No. They're fine. All right. We don't have much time, so we should definitely think a little bit more about predictions for next year.
Okay. 2024. Probably gonna see some new musicians, right?
Yeah, I think this was Taylor Swift's peak year.
Uh-huh.
So what's next? Grinding out your stats by killing ants in the woods for days. Yeah, I think Taylor Swift has hit her peak this year, so we're gonna get something fresh next year. What kind of what genre roughly do you think we're going to? Oh, yeah. Never mind. What was I talking about? I'm sorry. I got a text that was mildly distressing. It's like when I was thinking about death on the last stream.
Yeah.
Thinking about death. We're thinking about death. Oh no, it's coming for me too. I'm thinking about death. I'm thinking a lot about my own death. Not right now, though. Right now, death is the farthest thing from my mind. I'm thinking about the future.
Yeah, we're thinking about 2024.
Mm-hmm. Presidential predictions. Who wins?
I don't know.
Well, okay. Who's Trump's running mate?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, right. I forgot about this. The inside of his mouth and his little buds on his body and his teeth everywhere and his like gummy gums that you're jumping off of. This is so funny.
Yeah, this is great.
Folks, who's president next year? Oh, right. We were trying to figure out what kind of music would be popular next year.
Oh, what do you think?
There's gonna be like a lot of Andre 3000 imitators. Everybody is going to just play a single instrument with no lyrics next year and be like, well, this is just how I was feeling. What do you want? They're all gonna do that, except they don't have the credibility of Andre 3000, so people can criticize them about it. we're back. New metal has been back for a couple of years now. New metal has already seen the height of its resurgence. When did you develop musical taste outside of your parents? The first music that I remember liking that my parents did not like. Well, I mean, probably the rap in the mid to late 90s, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was like right after Biggie. It was all just like, you know, very, very commercial, but still very, very violent and misogynist lyrics and imagery. And my parents were not into that at all, and I was extremely into that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like punk music and I got into metal a little bit when I was like in middle school aged, like nothing too deep. I listened to like Kitty. My parents definitely hated that shit. You know, just like somebody screaming the lyrics to a song. It's just a wall of noise. Yeah, Kitty. Yeah, no, I definitely remember our parents not being happy about the rap.
Yeah, they would have those big stickers on them that say explicit.
Yes, which just made it look so cool.
Yeah.
And, you know, MTV kind of allowed parents to see what music their kids were listening to. We weren't listening to music on headphones. Megan Thee Stallion released a punk song. I feel like that too may be at the end of a trend rather than the beginning. I don't know that any of these things are predictive. I think they're more a symptom of of what we've been infected by already. Well, I don't know how to predict what the new sound of the year will be. I got to make something up completely ridiculous.
Well, I think there's been a sharp rise in this new style that's like, what is it called? It's like Fruitager Arrow. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's like, you know, the like Windows 7 like logo shit with like ugly like design things and like bubbles and like green plastic looking things.
Yeah.
That's like a style sort of. And it's like a nostalgic music style that like it's just like electronic music made with like a certain like I don't know, a certain sound from a certain decade.
So you think a Windows 7 era aesthetic is coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are going to go very hard into like the mid 2000s aesthetic. Like the early to mid 2000s aesthetic is going to be all over this next year.
Yeah.
Which is not a hard thing to predict. It's just, you know, how old it is. We're all thinking about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those are some pretty apt predictions. Okay, so we didn't figure out who's going to be president yet. They both do seem like they have just as good a chance.
Hey, Mac, let me ask you something. Who's president? No, seriously, who's president? It's Donald Trump, right?
He thinks he's still running again. Like he's running against him, but he thinks like he never exited the campaign. Shit. Hard.
Yeah, what a bast. Look at him crushing me.
what other predictions do we have for next year? How's let's see. I mean, we can see where movies are going. Down the toilet, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I mean, movies are just like mostly the most successful movies are just like TV shows where you need to like have watched every episode to understand them.
Yes. Yes, they just begin in the middle of a new story as if you don't have to introduce anybody.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I saw like the newest Mission Impossible the other day, and that was just like, this is just a new episode of a TV show. Also, they're so old. Oh my God, they're so old. Oh my God, the three of the what is it? Tom Cruise, Ving Rhames, and Simon Pegg, just so old. The three of them just sitting in a room talking to each other. Old. Oh my God, what are you guys doing saving the world? You're old. We gotta do this. We gotta save the world. It's true. Mission Impossible was a TV show, so it's just returned to that format. It's just long episodes now. Long, expensive episodes.
Yeah, but that's not movies. Like,
no, it's not cinema. I think Tom Cruise understands that. Top Gun is cinema. That was last year, unfortunately.
okay, yeah. So Tom Cruise is in Top Gun and Mission Impossible.
There's going to be a new Mad Max next year.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That could be fun.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope it doesn't give our people down below any ideas. I never think. Yeah, what else can we, like video games? What do you see being the big, well, there's no, well, I don't know. We could probably just look at a list of upcoming games and figure out which ones are going to be big. But do you predict another breakout hit like Pizza Tower, like a genre that nobody thought would, another hit would materialize, but it's back?
Yeah.
Like a 2D pixel art Metroidvania somehow becomes a huge game next year.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Something old.
Well, oh, you know what's over? Pokemon, right? Pokemon's totally like, it's not dead, but like there's nothing to like get Pokemon for, right?
Oh, like
They
getting
keep
a new
making
Pokemon
those games
game?
and they look like more and more blander and less interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I just imagine they make a new one for every kid that's born. Right?
Well, I don't know. Could those games be the same direct hit?
I don't know.
For that
generation? It's a good question. It might be. It's all they get.
generation.
Hip City predictions. Philly will become an It City on social media. Philly has been having a moment for a couple of years. Because, well, decreasingly, you can buy a house pretty cheap here or rent a room like kind of cheap. That's changing. Shit's expensive. One of my neighbors is selling their house for quite a bit more than they bought it for just a few years ago, and they haven't done anything to it. They just think they deserve more for it, and we'll see. Maybe they'll be right.
You know what? You know what might be over? Disney movies.
Yeah. This was their 100-year anniversary. This company didn't release a single thing worth watching.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually worse than usual, right? Like, movie 100, they should have stacked the deck with their best people. It should have been a real shoot for the fences this year.
Yeah.
They put out a shit movie that nobody could pretend to like. That sucks, man. That sucks. I think Disney might be over. I think they should just stop making movies.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Find another way to hold on to your copyright and keep people interested in your park experiences and your cruise lines and shit. You don't have to keep butchering our perception of a Disney film.
Yeah. Yeah, stop making those stupid live action movies. And
Yeah.
stop making movies because they're bad.
They're bad.
Even Pixar movies are bad.
Stop making movies. It's okay. It's okay.
They just will, won't they? They'll just stop one day.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to use these live action movies as like a vehicle for their theme parks and shit, and just like being able to like market this thing and hold on to the copyright. Like it's like it is, them just like trying to breathe more life into this thing they own. But they're doing that at the expense of anything new. And that's a company that's going to starve itself. I cannot imagine that Disney's the board is very happy right now
Yeah.
with the way this 100-year anniversary went. Really bad. Pathetic. Man, this shit's so hard.
Yeah. This is fuck.
Jesus. Steamboat Willie is going into the public domain, but you just know that doesn't mean what you think it means,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah, like Mickey with eye whites, that's copyrighted. But Mickey with dot eyes, that's not. No,
Yeah, but-
that's not even it. But that's like what I think it is.
Right. But like, okay, the second somebody does something with Mickey, though, Steamboat Willie, turning, like, how's the fucking song go? The fucking song that they have deliberately put at the beginning of every movie for the last, 10 years? Right?
Oh, is that song? I guess everything in the film, if it debuted in that film, is going to be now public domain.
Well, if it existed before the film, then it's certainly public domain, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that Disney has been building the case that image of Mickey turning that steamboat wheel is too iconic because they use it to introduce their movies, and that it's taken on this new context, and they're still going to be able to sue people for using that.
Well, yeah, maybe. Like, if you give any indication that you were Disney, then you can't use if you're giving a false indication that you're Disney because you have this, then they'll sue you. Like, there's some public domain cartoons with Daffy Duck, and those are all on YouTube. On channels that just have all the other public domain cartoons. Just like those VHS tapes that had really bad drawings on them. You know those?
Yes.
Those were also from public domain
cartoons. Okay, Gabby says I have given a savvy interpretation of how trademark works.
Okay.
Right. The Disney's logos are trademarks, and
Oh
their
yeah,
copyright is separate.
Mickey is a trademark. That didn't expire.
Right.
I don't think it does expire.
Yeah. So Mickey perhaps the steamboat is a trademark.
Well, I don't know.
Perhaps
I think they
could.
can still use it however they want, but they don't want you to think that you can use it in any capacity.
No.
But you can. You can put it on your channel and probably even monetize it.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, you could air it on your TV network, or you could put it on a TV and in like a window.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Stuff that they would probably sue you for before.
Right. They're still gonna sue you for it.
Oh, well, they'll sue you if you like go a hair beyond what you're legally allowed to do.
Right. Right. And we're not quite sure what that is.
Yeah, nobody is allowed to know.
I'm sure somebody will try and write up a thing where they're like a guide to exactly how you can use Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of articles like that already.
Yeah.
But I haven't, actually
I haven't read them. No. I'm not planning on using Mickey Mouse.
No, Mickey is too boring.
Yeah, there's
Mickey
nothing
is
to do with
stupid.
it. Everything that has been done to bastardize Mickey was done in like the 1980s in like underground comics and shit, right?
Well, starting in the late 30s, there's that Japanese parody of Mickey. I feel like when it started, the bastardization, and then like it became this icon for like corporate greed and like a billion cartoons.
Yes.
And like the 80s, you definitely would see a lot of those.
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, Mickey has, for a very long time, been that
symbol.
like an anti-symbol.
Yeah, absolutely. And so everything that needed to be said about Mickey has been said through that. So nobody's really going to find anything else to do with him. I mean, look, it's not for me to figure out what you could possibly do with Mickey. Maybe this year we will see the most brilliant interpretation of Mickey Mouse that we have ever seen.
Yeah, you might be able to adapt Steamboat Willie into a film, and we might see some of those in the next few years.
Yeah, like if somebody like reanimated Steamboat Willie. I mean, those kinds of projects, though, they've existed before. They're just not known by many people. Well, the Steamboat Mickey, the horror porno. Well, they already could have made porno, right? You can make a porn parody of anything.
Yeah, always, because it's a parody.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously a parody.
Yes. You're taking something that was not in the context of porn before and putting it in porn.
And yeah, like Disney has too much control over that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I might have to make my Goofy cartoon for like a site like Pornhub.
Right. Well, it does deal in the topic of cuckold fantasy.
Yeah.
So you can tag it, and I bet the people who see it will like it.
I hope so. Yeah. Furry, cuck.
Yes. Yes. Look, you're not showing it, but you're giving them the ability to more realistically imagine it.
Yeah. Yeah, like just giving the premise that's like a porn plot. And like a really good porn. Like
yes, exactly. Like you found the hidden nugget that is buried in the original that could not have been expressed as well.
No. And that they don't even want me to express because it would make them look, what's the word we used before to describe Mickey?
Like a bastardization?
Yeah, they don't want it bastardized.
Right. Yeah. They don't want Goofy they've got for a while yet, right?
Yeah.
Goofy came later.
I don't know how long Goofy was.
I think he appeared a few cartoons in Goofy.
Yeah.
I think so. It was Mickey and Minnie for a long time. I think maybe Donald showed up second. Or Pluto.
I think it was Goofy first because Donald didn't show up until Color.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He was in the cartoon with the wise little hen, and that was he was all blue in that.
Donald was blue?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Oh my God, I love that cartoon. I mean, Donald Duck has a bunch of good cartoons, but
Oh yeah.
that's my favorite one, the first one, because like it's like the it's like the folktale of the wise little hen. And there's a song that's like, "Will you help me plant my corn? Will you help me plant my corn?" And like she asked Donald Duck, "Will you help me plant my corn?" And he's like, fuck, I can't do the voice. Like, who, me? No, I have a bellyache. And he doesn't get a fucking cornbread when it's all done.
So Donald's already got a perfect voice in this.
Yeah, they all do. Like, there's a pig that she, like, same exact story. She goes to the pig and asks, "Will you help me plant my corn?" And he's like, "Who, me? No, I have a bellyache." And she's a hen, so she's like, "Will you help me plant my corn?" That's like one of Disney's best cartoons, I think.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I love when
Check it
animals have a voice that sounds like the animal.
Yeah, that was like the whole point with Donald Duck in that cartoon, and all the animals too. It was so like novel, and it was in color, so it looked great. The animation is like, it's like that, you know, the era where like Mickey was in color and it looked amazing, and like pretty soon after they were making movies, it was like that.
Right, where they were like, "You think that shit's good?"
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make movies so good that Hitler dies.
Right. A Kremlin from the Kremlin.
Oh, right. That was the real one that killed him.
Yeah, that one killed Hitler, for sure. Wow, you're almost at the end of this game.
Yeah, although I've been stuck on this
for a long
castle. Yeah, this was also really hard. When I was a kid.
Hard.
Oh my God, I like lost all my lives, and then I went to the bonus and won 99 lives.
You just now?
Going through them, yeah, like 10 minutes ago.
Oh my God, you'll get there. Oh, you made it with your mushroom.
Yeah, but it's
this
still
part's
so
also hard.
It sucks.
Hard. Can you ring a bell at some point?
No, there's
no
none.
bell. Oh, they make this hard, and then you just gotta fight Wario.
Yeah, Wario's an asshole too.
No.
What do you think? What do you think about the Souls games? Do you think they're done, or have they? I guess they've peaked, probably.
They've probably peaked. Yeah, I mean, these games can't be great forever. Like, the latest one was such a victory lap for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might stay on top for a while, but yeah, I don't know if it's gonna get any better. No bell.
Oh yeah, my prediction, new 3D Mario, definitely, right?
Ah.
We get to hear about it, and then at the end of the year we play it.
We get to play it at the end of the year?
Yeah, like.
You think they're gonna introduce a new Mario so close after Mario Wonder?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, new 3D Mario.
Really?
I think so. Well, aren't they making a new console?
Yes, I guess they're probably going to announce it
pretty soon. After the holiday season is over, we're gonna hear about the new Mario game probably.
Ah.
That's what I think.
Do you have to defeat these guys?
Yeah.
Annoying.
So what's the new gimmick?
The new gimmick
in the
Mario game
and the Switch or the new Nintendo.
I think they're probably going to stick to the handheld, don't you?
Probably.
Oh my God, you have to go all the way back.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh my God.
You just gotta go dick first.
Okay, what?
You gotta go damn it!
Shit. Oh. Hard.
You just gotta go dick first.
Dick first. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, that's why I can't play these games. I don't go dick first into them. I let my little dick drag behind me the whole time. Joe. Joe.
Yeah.
Joe. Joe. I'm starting a chant. We're all cheering for you.
Okay. Good.
Well, I mean, I'm going to force them to. I'm cracking the whip and saying, Joe! Joe! Oh, Joe, I see a chant going in the chat. I see one Joe, two Joes. We're all rooting for you, buddy. Should we talk about how this was our first year of Thingus?
Yeah. We started Thingus in like April.
Yes.
Do you want to tell the story of how we like decided to do Thingus?
How did we decide to do Thingus?
So I was living in Pittsburgh, and Meredith came over to visit in Pittsburgh, and we met at this bar at the hotel, and she like
well, we went for like a trade show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for like a comics trade show, but we visited you.
Yeah, and you like Alec Baldwin, you took your dick out and put it on the table at this bar and said, Joe, we should make a podcast together.
Uh-huh.
And we did. We started pretty quick after that.
Pretty soon after that, we decided to play games together remotely. And Joe really wanted to move to Philly, but it was like a long time coming at this point. Like it was time to actually make that change. And I think that perhaps Thingus helped facilitate that change.
Yeah, that's true. We got Joe out of there.
Yeah, we got you out of there, which I'm certainly happy for. I get to live in the same city as you. Actually, in the same part of the city as you.
Yeah.
And I've never done that with any of my siblings in my adult life. And with you, it's a perfect opportunity to catch up on video games like we used to, and reminisce about what's funny about the past, and what conclusions we've individually come to as adults who like make art for a living. And yeah, it's just been delightful to have you in my life right now.
Aww.
So I'm very grateful for that, for this year, and the process by which you came to be in Philly. And yeah, that was a great thing that happened this year.
Thanks. Yeah, like it's a little emotional for me because I have not lived in the same place as you for 20 years.
No.
We have this distance between us that we like decided that it's worth it to explore further. That like we have this friendship that is just like, I don't know, we're just like really like funny together.
I mean, I think so.
I think so.
It's true. It's true. We loved to laugh as kids. We laughed about absolutely everything as kids, and developed a sense of humor that would last a lifetime, that would like color everything we did.
Yes. Yes, humor is divine.
Really, yes. And it was one of the greatest pleasures when we were kids, just having humor and creating entire worlds around our jokes.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, you're powering up.
It's him. The guy who took my castle.
Nice. Oh, shit. 2-part fight?
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about Dark Souls.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wait for him to come down a little. What? Oh, this is it. Oh shit. I missed. No! Yeah.
Oh. So damn close. You gonna do it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, like, something about those games is that they really wanted to appeal to the player that enjoyed this kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
The like Souls games.
Right. Right, where you gotta get good.
Yeah, get good. It's like you lost. Well, now you're like 1% closer.
Right. Right. Playing and failing is just part of the process of getting good.
Well, yeah, like I feel like I don't know what they were thinking exactly, but what I think they were thinking is if you have one hit left on Wario and you die, you really need to die there.
Yeah,
That's part of the game.
Yeah.
You gotta die there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, look how I figured out these gloves. Well, sort of.
Yeah, you did. I mean, and you figured out how to do the part with the spiraling spikes.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Slipped off.
Oh. Wiz is saying that they listened to the show during their last semester of college and that it got them through a lot of assignments.
Cool.
And that we are frankly owed the last 12 credits of their degree. Congratulations on graduating, I assume. Or maybe you're graduating this year. But congrats on those credits. Yeah, it's fun to do a show and, you know, just like say what's on my mind, you know. It's fun to do a show where things can be a little bit more conversational and not so typed out and self-edited. I'm not trying to be an edgelord on this show, but I certainly do enjoy having a little more freedom to work out my ideas, which come out of my mouth stupid all the time. To speak conversationally on the show has really made me feel a lot better about being on the internet than I had in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Just to have a place where I can like say stuff that won't be like willfully misinterpreted. I was really, really fucking exhausted from that, so this has been nice.
Yeah.
I'm a wedge lord. That's me. Dredge lord. Because I sit here dredging up old memories for 2.5 hours every week.
You're your dredge lords.
Yep. Dredge Lord Media. That's going to be our company next year. Do you just have to take that one on the chin?
I give up on that third one. I don't know how to get like it's just random.
Yeah.
It's not random, but I don't know exactly what I need to do to make it. I guess that's the last thing I need to learn before I can beat this.
Perhaps.
Or
Although you
actually,
get it
they
there.
give you
No,
this.
you get it there, so you're okay.
Yeah. But I could still lose this. How much more is? Oh yeah, there's like those balls, those Wario balls. Gotta kill those.
For the hedge lord. Joe, Lopsy says you can jump over a brick on the floor to stop the Wario fist from activating.
Oh, that's what that did? Oh my god, thank you.
Oh, yes. So Gabby, you just had a kid this year. Or pretty recently. This was the first full year of parenthood. It's it gets so much easier. It gets so much easier. The challenges keep on coming, but you get your body back somewhat. Getting to sleep again, and not having to wipe a butt anymore eventually does make you feel a lot more free. Congratulations on your first full year as a parent. Yeah, it gets so much easier. Like three is challenging because all right. Let's watch this. Oh, you got him perfect on round 1.
Yeah.
Too bad that doesn't mean you get like a carrot in reserve.
No, not in this game.
He's a bunny tip.
It would be watered down if they did that. This is perfect. This is the perfect amount of difficulty.
Right. Right.
What? Oh, I can stand on that. Shut up. Shut up.
More?
More?
No.
He's serious.
Yeah.
What? What?
Oh! Hard.
Hard. But like, just like a game like Dark Souls, I have to be like, it was my fault.
Keep going back, yeah. Keep going back.
Yeah, you just like try again. This is what it's like. Like, there's no lives. You just like lose all of your money and like look even more disgusting and old and like rotted and dead than before. It's not for everyone, but for the people it's for, it's like really for them. This like disciplined type of game.
Yeah.
I mean, this level is ass, but I still like it. I like it more than... Oh, shit. It fucked up. Oh, I didn't think I stepped on that one. Fuck! I forget what I was saying. Oh, yeah, well, like, Mega Man always pissed me off. It was like this.
Yeah. Hard.
I never thought like, well, that was my fault. I always thought, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
And Cuphead is a little fuck this shit.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god, it's so hard. But it is very alluring. You want to keep going.
Right.
Because you get to see more like animation shit.
Oh, man. Do they ever make you learn it?
Yeah.
Oh! Getting the S ranks on Cuphead is certainly a fuck this shit moment. Yeah, I don't think I could personally play Cuphead. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
It's very nice to watch.
Yeah, it is. I don't actually have a lot of fun playing it. It's very long. You know, this game I think is really good length for a game.
Yeah, totally.
Just a little game. I mean,
Yep.
they probably made this so hard just because the game would have been really short otherwise.
Right.
Although it's pretty challenging.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is very challenging. That they don't let you save your place. They make you start all over again to fight Wario.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's slippery.
Wow.
Let's see. Linus Torvalds, Thingus Hero,
Who's that?
the Linux guy.
The guy who created Linux?
Lingus.
Lingus. I've never been into the whole Linux thing.
Well, something I thought you might find mildly interesting is that the Steam Deck uses a version of Linux. Like SteamOS is Linux, and it can run Windows games through like a Windows interpretive layer.
Yes, I know about that because I run games on Steam.
Yeah.
What is it called? Proton?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I've got nothing wrong with Linux. I got nothing wrong with it. It's just, kind of like the way crypto is supposed to just be money, but it obviously appeals to a personality type. Linux appeals to a personality type that tends to be a real booster for Linux, if you know what I mean. And I just stay away from stuff like that. I think it's awesome that there's an OS that's open source. There are rules. This shit sucks that that we're stuck in this world. That we're stuck in this world where like none of the major operating systems are open source.
Yeah.
You got to get them from 2 people, or you can get Linux, which is free, which is just free for everybody.
Yeah.
The rules. It's well supported. However, has there been any progress on making Linux user friendly? Or do the people who like it just think it's user friendly because they don't know what it's like to know nothing about computers? That's kind of what I suspect. Is that, for years Linux has been user friendly. You simply go to the command line and like everyone they're talking to has walked away at this point. Everyone who does not know how to go to the command line and do anything has walked away. Or they know how to do it, but it would be a struggle for them.
Well, like if you're a person who thinks that you might be able to take your current Windows workflow and just like bring it over to Linux, it's going to have issues like pen pressure doesn't work when I try to use Flash.
Yes.
So in that sense, Linux is this is such a fucking fuck.
Yeah, what a fuck. That one didn't even come out.
Well, yeah, but like Linux is still used to make Android. So we do use Linux.
Oh man, you've just got so many lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ubuntu is like 90% super easy now, but eventually you hit that 10%. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't use Linux on my computer because like I made the mistake of installing it because I thought that I would be using it, but like now it just like when my computer restarts, it like boots into Linux by default, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
And it's annoying.
Yeah, I just like, oh, I don't want to be in Linux.
So Linux is just something that's annoying because you installed it.
And I installed it because Windows was so annoying.
Yeah, and the thing
Terrible.
is, yeah, I know I should release my games for Linux, but frankly, the people who have Linux can figure this one out easier than I can. I could figure it out, but it would take me like an afternoon and a half, and I have not gotten to the point where I'm like, you Linux people obviously have no other way of playing this.
I mean, they absolutely could play it. They could just use wine.
Exactly, they can just use wine. It's fine. It's fine
with a little bit of wine.
Exactly, they can just use wine. Linux is out for 2024. Linux has never been in.
No. I mean, it's never been in, but I think it's probably used more than anything else, right?
More than Windows and Mac OS?
I think so, because the Android is the most popular cell phone.
Because it's open source, it gets used more than Windows and Mac OS?
I don't know.
I don't know because, how many people are using iPhones compared to Androids?
Well, I mean, it's also something made by Google, but like being open source, like anyone can make their own thing, like Samsung or whoever.
Right. It's open source, so they can just make it for that. Yeah, I mean, the fact is that, like, there are very few things that only run on Mac. Most things run on Windows. And, Linux is just a little too annoying for me, and I feel like the people who use it are just a little too okay for me to make it a big priority. I'm very sorry for that.
Well, I think we just need to like say what Linux is and isn't used for in our lives.
Okay.
I'm not using it for my computer, but I will have it like a Linux-based OS on my phone. The Steam Deck, that's cool. Yeah. That's about it. Like, you probably wouldn't want it on. Like, it seems like it's better used as like a mobile thing.
Right.
Okay,
right.
don't step on the fucking things.
Wait. Oh yeah. Oh.
No! No!
Oh. No.
Oh my god. My life is over. Sorry, what were we talking about?
Oh, Linux.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Man, Wario's castle is like surprisingly scary.
Yeah. Well, what if it looked like this before he moved in? What
Right.
if Mario's castle looked like this?
That's a good question.
And the only one who could beat it was Wario. Any other predictions for this year?
I think getting canceled ended this year.
Oh, maybe.
Like I don't think anybody. All right, well, not nobody. A few people got canceled into oblivion. Like what's his name? Was it Jordan Majors? Is that his name? The guy, Jonathan Majors? He just got shit canned.
Who's that?
He was supposed to be like a Marvel villain, and for like the next 4 movies, they had like $1 billion staked on him, and his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend made it public that he'd been beating her for years, something like that.
Yeah.
It might have been even worse than that. Anyway, Disney waited a long ass time for him to actually get convicted of a crime, and once that happened, they fired him.
Yeah. They waited to know for sure if he was going to be a criminal.
Yeah, so the cancellation itself, that's not where the decision came down. The decision came down on whether he was convicted of a crime. So that says to me that cancellation is completely done. Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe. I feel like I've seen a lot of people getting canceled. I don't know how bad it like has. I don't know what state they're in right now. Like there's like some the completionist is like getting attention for like stealing donations or something.
Oh, did he do that?
Yeah.
That's funny. What did he do with them? Well, what did he pretend he was going to do with them?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't have the story really.
Okay.
Maybe someone in the chat can give us more info.
That's like the big bearded guy that plays video games?
Yeah.
The completionist. He stole some money, huh?
Yeah, he committed some fraud of some type.
Wow. You fucked up, my man.
Yeah. He's done. He's the completionist. He's complete.
He's completed. Yeah.
He's completed it all.
Yeah, people will be checking him off their list. He's complete. That's gonna be in 2024. Complete is the word you use to describe somebody whose career is completely over.
Complete. Wow, that's great. Just like the completionist, you were complete.
Yeah.
Your DVD collection has an end. The boxes for the box set have been made. There's a completed series.
They've formed the shape of the box.
Yes, the outer box has been made.
Oh man, that's so funny. Wow, you got through that not even needing the flower.
Yep. This game is generous with the they at least let you have a mushroom after you get hit. Unlike some of the other Mario games.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we're going late tonight.
Sorry, this game's always this hard.
Wow. Well, we didn't even play Super Mario 3, but I think this is quite thrilling.
Yeah, this was good.
Oh, Arkwright, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to Thingus. Hope you enjoy.
Yes.
We have fun on here.
Yeah, fun's allowed.
Fun's allowed on Thingus. What sort of fun do we want to see more allowed next year?
Well, you know, maybe just like more videos that are good, like more free videos on YouTube that are good.
Free stuff that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some low rent free shit would be nice. That would be very fun allowed.
Yeah. I like to see fun make a comeback. Ow. In that department specifically.
Maybe they'll legalize weed in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, maybe.
They don't seem very close to it, but the lawmakers are into it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the holdup is. Probably not going to happen next year. YouTube boops are coming back in 2024. Nah, it's a possibility.
Maybe. There was a
jumps.
What?
These graceful jumps.
There was a sequel. I didn't watch it yet, but there was a sequel to a classic YouTube poop that came out recently.
Really?
Yeah, the Fesh Prince of Blair 2.
Oh wow, that sounds mad old.
Yeah, it's like 10 years old or 15 years old now.
Wow.
There's a guy named I Teach Vader that still sometimes uploads videos like mixes.
He uploads old poops.
He makes like songs out of episodes of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see.
Like he turns Robotnik's lines into like a song.
Okay. So YouTube poop, I need you to just explain to me real quick what it means, because I think I know what it means, but
Yeah.
like what is it? What qualifies as a YouTube poop?
It's gotta be like some cartoon, like sort of obscure thing, usually, that is remixed to make the characters sound like they're swearing. and stuff like that.
I see. Oh, okay. That's not at all what I thought it was.
So like one of the popular ones is like there's one where Scratch and Grounder are like sneaking around listening, and Dr. Robotnik discovers them, and he's like, snooping as usual, I see. And somebody remixed it so it was like, Pingus! And that became a thing.
That became huge. Pingus?
Yeah.
Wow. So weird. What
Yeah.
a weird microcosm.
Yeah, that was like big when I was like starting college, like 2008.
Ah, it was of significance to you.
Yeah, some of it was pretty funny, and some of it has very few views, like are kind of undiscovered.
So it was just a little subculture.
Yeah. Yeah, like people will remix things like Hotel Mario clips and Zelda CDI animations, and like this Dr. Rabbit toothpaste commercial mascot.
Oh my god.
And like people would fuck. Anyway, just like, you know, crappy cartoons like the Super Mario World cartoon.
Yeah, cheap, shitty animation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like the Super Mario Super Show. There's also just like clips that are popular from that where like Luigi is like Mama Luigi, and people remix that in a lot of things. And
Just take like these tiny little fragments of childhood or memories or something,
yeah,
and trying to pervert them in some way.
yeah, I guess so. Like trying to make them like trying to extend their life in some way. But like I feel like YouTube poop is like, it's just art. Like it's not very good, but it's also not there to make any money. It's not corporate at all. It's just art.
Did anyone ever take that shit seriously? Was there
YouTube poop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been some really high quality ones. There's been some like really elaborate ones I've seen. By this guy named Awful Fawful. And like he did like this remix of the like SpongeBob episode where they deliver a pizza, and it's like as long as the real episode. Like he does a remix of every single scene.
Oh my god.
And like comes up with a different joke for every single shot, every line.
See, I just thought that YouTube poop meant videos that were so disposably bad that they're basically just poop.
I mean, sort of. I think what it really is like ground up videos into a slurry that's terrible, but it's like still good content.
Right, because you've never seen it before.
Oh, you know what else it is? It's a way of having cartoons on YouTube and circumventing the rules. And that was done early on when people wanted to upload actual episodes of those shows onto YouTube, and they kept getting removed.
They would just upload
like
that.
This wouldn't break the rules, and it was also like you had to kind of be funny to get anywhere with it.
Right.
Ah!
Mamma mia.
Yeah, I feel like YouTube poop is definitely not the same genre, but in the same category as like Skibbity Toilet, which it is remixing something like Half-Life characters. It's just like Human Male #2 or something from Half-Life, and his face all distorted, and like using assets from the game and like doing it in like a transformative way.
Okay.
That like, you know, may or may not be monetizable, but either way, it doesn't break the rules of the site.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like when people found out you could just put a gameplay footage on YouTube, they like jumped all over that and like found like a million different ways of doing that.
Right.
Like us.
Yeah, like us.
Although, yeah, everyone's got different reasons for it. Our reasons are not for promoting new games or anything.
No. No. We're just playing the old shit.
And talking about why everything is bad.
For fun. Should we guess why something's bad?
Sure. What should we guess why it's bad?
Should we guess what
What did we hear is bad?
what do we hear is bad?
And we don't know why it's bad.
Did we ever talk about Starfield? Because I feel like lately Starfield, I don't know if it's because it's been on end of year lists or what, but like people have been like, what? People have been playing that game and giving it very negative reviews, and it has like massive negative reviews on Steam now.
Didn't we already talk about this?
Did we talk about Starfield? Yeah, we talked about Starfield being
well, okay. Well,
right.
I saw a video of it.
Okay.
And I can tell you why it's bad, but maybe I guess like you could.
Well, I've probably on a previous episode guessed why I think it's bad.
Yeah.
But it's escalated, like because
Okay.
now people are realizing that it's bad. They're realizing that it's bad at the end of the year.
We're realizing that it's bad. I was supposed to think it's good. Now I'm realizing that it's bad. You had to think it was good, but now I'm realizing that it's bad. Pretending that I thought it was bad the whole time.
Right. Pretending it was bad the whole time is a similar class as pretending you always liked it the whole time.
Yes, it's the same person too.
What a liar. What a fucking liar.
Yeah. Go tell your followers what you believe in, as if you believe in things.
Fucking liar. You fucking propagandist. Because what you believe in is so fucking important. You feel like everyone needs to hear your version of it. Nice. Awesome.
Alright, let's try not to mess this up. We've died 33 times.
Yeah.
Well, more than that. 33 plus.
Oh my goodness.
Ah! That's this game. It's like you have to be 33 plus to play it. Nope. No. Ow.
Oh, that would have been so grand, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, and he cannot play fair.
No, he doesn't play
Oh,
fair.
he's gonna win. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
I'm Wario.
Fuck your face. Oh,
What a little baby.
Aw. The little baby's whining.
He went crying to his mom,
Yeah.
which he doesn't have. Yeah, no, this is...
killed her.
Oh, yeah, no. What is it now? Does he blow it up or does it turn into Mario? Oh, it's Peach's Kingdom again, right? M. Hooray! Beautiful. A few great moments from the game.
Whew. Well, that was tough, but totally worth the double A's.
Yeah, no, that was that was great. That was terrific. Totally worth the double A's.
Yeah. Yeah, this game wants you to beat it. It does let you save though.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, who knows if your
Still
save still works.
I mean, yeah, you would be trying to beat Wario for weeks. Hooray!
Yay.
Lovely, very lovely. Special thanks to some American guys.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure who they are.
Wario looks great in this game.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yay, I love it. We could just watch this for a minute while we
Yeah.
close off the show.
Yeah.
So we've gone late. But I think it was for a good cause.
Mm. Yeah, we finally beat this game. Yeah.
What is there? Are there any closing remarks we should give before the end of the year? What are people writing about and arguing about at the end of the year? What are you obliged to say before the year ends? Thingus advice for the new year. All right. Who should go first? All right. I'll have to think about it for a moment.
Yeah.
Thingus
I don't
advice
have something right now.
in 2024. Let me think about it for a minute.
Well, I think AI is going to take your job, so get above it, right?
How do you get above it?
You have to do something it can't do.
Okay.
You
Can
have to
I
do
Google
something.
that? Or can I search for the answer to what that might be? Or the AI's thought of that, right?
What do you mean?
It has to be something that you can't Google, that the AI can do, right?
Well, the AI doesn't have that much intelligence yet. There's a lot of Googleable things it doesn't know.
Yeah, as long as you put the word Reddit at the end of the search.
Yeah, only Reddit knows anything.
Yeah, they really are the last place where people are truly posting. Thank you Lopsy, and thank you all for hanging out during year one of Thingus. Let me think. What advice? I was really a proponent this year of following my passion, and I would offer that up to everybody. Is I'm not saying that achieving your passion is always fun. Sometimes it's menial and boring and hard, but as long as you know it's the thing you really want to be doing, you'll get it done. And if you're not feeling that way about it, don't feel like you need to commit any further to that. I'm talking, of course, about, projects and hobbies and I don't know. I'm not talking about people who need you in their lives, everyone. I'm not talking about dumping all the people who need you in their lives. Don't think about doing that. I'm talking about dumping some shitty comic project you were writing or some shitty game you were writing that's starting to feel like a fucking albatross.
There's some shitty Pixar movie that you were making and thinking about while on a road trip with your family that you went on to get away from work.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Please cancel all plans because you obviously aren't into it enough. Don't see that one through, okay? I think we all need to really take a look at what we really want. I think we need to value our time and the time of others. And I feel like every hour that I pursue my my creative endeavors is an hour that realistically I'm stealing from somebody who, like helped me raise my child, like my husband, or cooked a meal for me so I didn't have to. It's all stolen hours, and if I'm doing anything but what I want most to do with that time, that shit's not gonna fly in 2024. Nothing but laser focus where the energy really is. And find where the energy is and hit it with those laser eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be the year of focus.
Let's make it the year of focus. That's a word my son just started employing very well. For instance, he was eating a pancake the other day at a restaurant, and I offered him some salad from my plate, and he said, "No thanks, I just want to focus on my pancakes." And I was so, I was really impressed with his use of the word because I'd never heard him use the word before.
Okay.
And he just went for it, and he used it absolutely right. And I was so impressed that I didn't push the issue of the salad anymore.
Uh-huh.
I think that was the sign that we needed. That this is the year of focus.
Yeah.
Let's focus this year. Let's not be flapping all about willy-nilly. That's what the big tech wants from you, is for you to be scatterbrained and not creating the thing that you want to create.
Right. They want you to stop caring because it's not going to reach this many viewers.
Yeah.
And that's not reason enough for it to not be worth it. That's just what they want you to think.
Right. Or, maybe what you'd like to focus on is like reading more books. And and big tech is like, don't do that. Don't read one book for a long time. Read 100,000 things from us. And don't learn a single thing about any of them. Don't take a moment to think about anything that you read. Don't read like that. Read like we want you to read.
Yeah. Yeah, like Amazon wants you to read on a machine.
Mm-hmm. You can just read a book.
Yeah, I mean, books never went away. Neither did games like this or VHS tapes. Like cute.
Cute. All of the other reindeer are adorable. But at the beginning of the year, I always go through this where I'm like, I'm gonna read more books this year. And I do start the year reading a lot of books. I get a little manic with it though. I start reading like 3 books at a time. And then I read them all and I'm like, wow, 3 books. I read 3 books. Oh my God. It's January. And I'm like, well, it sounds kind of exhausting to read now. And then I read slower and slower for the rest of the year. And by December, I'm not reading anymore. Then I take a little vacation over Christmas and suddenly I start to read again and remember that is something of great value in my life. So I would like to not get overzealous about any of it. I would like to take my time and create a habit that moves me in a direction I would like to go. The year of focus. Anything else?
Anything else?
Did you want to sing that Blink-182 carol before we go?
Yeah.
All right. So it starts with like all those deranged fake carolers, like "Deck the Holly, ba ba ba, la 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 la, say it to me, darling, la 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 la." Right, and you get this great riff, and then he goes, I don't remember the verse, but the chorus goes, "It's Christmas time
Again.
It's time to be nice to the people you can't stand all year. I'm growing tired of all this Christmas cheer. You people scare me. Please stay away from my home. If you don't want to get beat down, just leave the presents and then leave me alone. Blink-182. Great song. Great song for an era where people were just like, they would look at like anything, even the tiniest bit sincere, and go, ew, you people are creepy. That's weird. Like that era, that song ushered us into that. Like, no more enjoying things. Cut it out. Cut it out. Too much of this stuff sucks. We gotta wind it back.
Yeah.
This sucks, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. And we gotta start rejecting this shit. And that had to happen. That was a natural cleansing process that happens every decade or so. Now, that song is the thing that sucks. But we're all like, it's funny because it sucks.
Yeah. Well, it was cool to have that song as an MP3 on your computer in a year that didn't start with a 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Absolutely. I don't even know what it was on. Do you think it was on a compilation?
I have no idea. They probably just like released it, right?
As a single? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, Blink-182's brand of humor hasn't really held up so great.
Yeah.
This music's so great.
I know. Oh, right. They showed his name, Tataka, the composer.
That's the composer?
Yeah.
Great music.
Yeah, great musician. He also did like the music for Yoshi's Story and Mario Paint and a lot of games.
Good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay. Do we want to call it a night?
Yeah.
Or do we want to talk about Blink-182 some more?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed.
We're leaving a lot behind in this year, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I hope
many
so.
ships have sailed.
Many ships have sailed, and we're just seeing them off at the pier right now. We're just like doing that Titanic song, like, ha, 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 and we're just watching them go into the ocean and sink.
Yes.
Thingus 2023. Thingus forever. Good night, everyone. Have a happy
See you
new
next
year.
Thingus.
See you next Thingus, exactly.